Get into the most excited state you can get in to manifest what you want. So this could be with money. This could be with appearance changes. Sorry, I just spit. I'm just so excited. This could be with relationships, a new relationship, current relationship, marriage. If you're wanting to improve something, get over a breakup, whatever it is. Literally get excited about what you want. And there's, like I said, a huge debate on whether you need to feel it or not. Listen, there's infinite ways you can manifest. There's infinite ways you can manifest. There's infinite ways that you can create. Do you know that? If you didn't, you know now, which means that everyone may have a slightly different way of manifesting. So you just pick the way that works for you. I think one of our purposes is to experience as much joy as we can, good feeling after good feeling, within this contrast of this human experience. And so, why would you not feel good while you're manifesting? Now, I want to counter that with, for example, right now I'm working on my fitness goals, I'm manifesting that, which really is a manifestation because I first imagined what I want to look like, who I want my body to be by the end of the year, all that stuff. And I'm willing to take what I feel is aligned action. Right now, you can manifest stuff without having to take action either. Whole different video, and I'll get into that later. But this is just about feeling excited, because if you feel excited, you're gonna want to chase that feeling again and again and again and again and again. And so go after the thing that excites you the most. I want you right now to think of the most exciting possibility for your life and then start to think from that state, okay? So if it's about money you have, it's a car, house, relationship, the way you look, whatever it is that you're wanting, I want you to literally imagine the most exciting version of your life right now, like whatever your mind can conceive, and then pretend as if that's true. Like, just imagine that that's who you are now. Be that version of yourself now. Be in that state now. So essentially, one of the ways that you can do this is to live in that state now in your mind, and then think from that state, right? I started doing this before I even knew what all of this was, before I could actually, teach it and articulate it now. But that's it. So if you can do that, if you get to the most exciting place in your mind with your lover, with the money you want to make, with the appearance changes, with, the travel, the house, the cars, the businesses, the influences, the impact, whatever it is that you're wanting, if you can do that in your mind right now, right? Be that version of you right now in your mind. Live in that state in your mind. Think from that state in your mind right now, whatever excites you. I promise you, you will start to see those results. It is like magic. I'm telling you, every single time I do this, and I've done it, continue to do, it's like magic. It just makes your life better and better and better and better and better. And why would you not want that? Now, I will say that one of the things that happens to me is that I'm not excited all the time, right? So I think people incorrectly use these techniques and think you have to feel high vibe all the time or be excited all the time, right? I love the way Sammy Ingram talks about it, that, her stuff is extreme, where she says you don't have to feel it real at all, just think it. And I do believe in that as well, because it works for so many people. What I'm saying is I want you to think about the most exciting possibility of your life and then think from that place. Now, for example, for you, if it's being a multimillionaire, okay? You can pick anything, but let's just put that, right? A multimillionaire, super exciting for you, okay? Now, once you start to live and think from the state of being a multi-millionaire right now, you're not going to be excited all the time, right? Because if you're reminding yourself throughout the day that, yeah, I'm a multi-millionaire, in your mind, every time, especially when a money stress comes up, when you see something you can't really buy right now, you can't afford, you want one day, you want to do one day, you want to have one day, your brain instantly tells you, we can't afford that right now, right? So that's when you want to remind yourself, I'm a multi-millionaire, right? In your mind, you want to think that to yourself, I'm a multi-millionaire, I can afford anything, I'm just choosing not to buy it, right? So that's what I used to do. You want to trick yourself into believing, yeah, the money's already there, right? I'll buy that later, I'm gonna buy that next. I'll buy that tomorrow, right? Your brain doesn't know what's true. When you're feeding your subconscious, it doesn't know what's true, right? It only believes what you tell it. And so that's why it's so important to constantly be repetitive and living in that state. But you don't have to constantly feel excited. Does that make sense? You don't have to constantly feel good. So if I'm being in the version of me, living in the state of being a multimillionaire, it actually feels like if I'm not a multimillionaire, when I was in the pursuit of making my first $1 million and all that, it felt heavy, right? It felt like this weighted, heavy type of thing because I was like, oh shit, I'm a millionaire. Like, what does that really mean? So that's a great thing because it gives your mind and your body time to process. Like, fuck, I'm a millionaire, right? And that means, in my opinion, that means that it's becoming more and more real, right? Your mind and body are starting to believe it. And then you will end up doing something, or something will happen. The opportunities will come up to where it's super fun, and you'll end up manifesting that $1 million, right? And so this is truly how you can change your life and make it 180. Like 180. It doesn't matter what it is that you're trying to do. It doesn't matter what you're trying to manifest. This works every single fucking time. It is fail proof. I promise you, it is fucking fail proof. It will work every single time as long as you don't give up. So again, what do? Pick the most exciting thing, okay? I just use a multimillionaire example, right? I'm a multimillionaire, right? And then you literally, when you wake up, whenever you remember throughout the day, right? I usually do it when I wake up, and then I'll do it when I'm getting ready, like brushing my teeth. Usually, that's when a lot of negative thoughts come up, right? They kind of flood up in our mind as soon as we wake up, or we're in the bathroom first thing in the morning. You want to do it then. Then I do it throughout the day. I'll just remind myself, especially if something related around money would come up, that's when I would remind myself, right? So, and that's when I would think of it. Oh yeah, I'm a multimillionaire. And I would just say it in my mind. I wouldn't even, you can say it out loud if you want to, but I would say it in my mind quietly, right? So no one had to hear. And by doing that, right, sometimes I would feel as if I'm shifting into being a multimillionaire, and sometimes I wouldn't feel anything. I would just think it like, I'm a multimillionaire. And I wouldn't feel shit. I wouldn't feel anything, right? And sometimes when I was stressed about money, and I still said it, I would feel terrible. Because I'd be like, you're fucking lying. You're not a multimillionaire, right? You have this money stress. But I would continue to think it anyway, right? So, I mean, I really do agree with some of the stuff that Sammy Ingram says. That's why I appreciate her work so much, because it's so blunt and honest. Like, take it or leave it. This is what's worked for me. And I'm sharing what's worked for me. And it's going to be a little different from her and a little different from other manifestation coaches, right? But this truly is how you do it. You think about the thing that's most exciting, because why would you not want to experience that now, right? It's one exciting thing after another, one Disney World ride after another, and then think from that state. Once you've decided, I'm just using multimillionaire as an example, replace it with anything you want, okay? SP, whatever it is, right? That, okay, I'm a multimillionaire, then you just think it to yourself whenever you remember. That's it. Like for me, I think just reminding myself like, oh yeah, this is who I am throughout the day has been really powerful. I do it when I go into public settings. I do it when I come on video. I do it in lots of different ways, right? So the repetition of it, I think, is what gets it to crystallize in your subconscious, right? And once your subconscious believe it's true, guess what? Boom, it's projected in your outer reality. And it reflects back to you. Then you start getting the money and the opportunities. And, you know, depending on how much resistance you have in your brain, like it can happen quick, it can happen unexpectedly, or it can happen in phases and bits and pieces. I'd much rather you live from the state of being a multimillionaire, which means be that version of you, which means think as if you're that version of you now, as much as you can throughout the day, and get some money coming in. Ooh, I got $500 there. I got $6,000 there. I got $100 here. I got $1K here. I'm telling you, unexpected sources sometimes, or it's from sources that you expect, okay? And I'd much rather you start making more and more money that's gonna make you a multimillionaire than not make anything at all, right? So allow yourself to continue to live in that state. I promise you, more money will start flowing into your life. I promise you, it will. When it does, comment here and let me know. All right. And if you like coaching with me and you want to see some other stuff too and have some fun with me in my inner world, go ahead and click the link below if it's already up. If it's not, you'll get access to my membership soon. So stick around, stay tuned for it. Comment below, let me know what you liked, and I'll see you in the next video. Lots of love.